But Matt's going to be picking up the slack. We saw Fnatic batter yesterday onto Inter SG, and they're keeping up the pace. 2 players remain on the T side, and they're going to be swatted down pretty quickly. JW's keeping himself in this, however, with a quick fire frag, 1v1 up against the IGL Fnatic.
Big man JW, the old school cool, always pulls out shenanigans when his team needs it most. Loves that aggressive CS. Taking confidence and trying to set the pace of the game. With their onslaught down connector, Afro lucky to limp away from that one after eating the detonation. Somewhat unlucky as well for JW. Looked like he was posted for the reaction shot, but misses with the AWP. Shine as well. Still alive, but barely. peppzor at least can trade it back onto kyuubii and keep the situation tight in the battle of attrition. A 4 versus 4 to work with. Low HP on 2 of the big name players for Eyeballers though. But you do have a bit of map control to work with. They can always double back. It just depends on the flank from Afro with the timing. That's the most important part. Shadow's going to give the game away. JW's ready. Barrel to the belly, and he's finished off.
Shine limping with that 14 HP. JW not faring too much better, but he is going to be going for the peak. And Crims will shut him down. Bit of rivalry between the 2 players. Have known each other extremely long time, of course. And now Crims goes back in. Weaken Shine next up to the plate, but peppzor at least makes sure that that kill streak comes to an abrupt end. 2-on-2, 20 seconds on the clock, and A-site will be the final resting place of round 3.
So much damage done from the Molotov, forcing the face as well. So the situation turns from equal event.
Oh, well, as I say, until they check the angle, insta-headshot.
Swedes and boosts on overpass, Vin. Taylor's old as time. Doesn't work out as well here, though. But at least Afro can shine with the deagle. Oh, the pistols all around are proving a little bit of a powerhouse play, as it's whittled down Eyeballers to just 2. peppzor is running straight in towards the B bomb site. Has the smoke for the heads-up block towards heaven, but it's a near miss. It's going to leave that angle completely open. He's dinked because of it as well, brought down to 34. And this is a must-win round for Eyeballers that's crumbling away. Shine. You got to start winning these rounds, but winning them a little bit cleaner. Like you're saying, in fact, it's going down to these 1v1s, down to these tight situations with rounds being traded. Your economy is not going to be very happy about it. Nice shot, though, on the peek up through connector. A good reaction. But here's the reaction from the CTs. Quick rotate. P pops the smoke to at least have some sort of timing, potentially a getaway, but he's been dunked with a 3-pointer, Vince.
He has, and that leaves Crims all alone in a post plant. Bunny is still very rough on the side of Fnatic, so I doubt he's going to go in for this one. Just sitting for an exit frag. Maybe just put the bait in water and see if anything bites. Shine has that HE designed to allow him safe passage to fall back. And he will trade up to the AWP for the very least, so at least they'll have a little bit more fire. What's going to make the decision for them? But no, they've still got the rise. Trained on the B side. Flash in. Won't be doing too much. peppzor, though, caught between 3 players. And those 3 players all snatching for frags. Matties comes through with 1. And Crims with another. Suddenly down to JW, who managed to rummage his way round the back of the CTs. But it's not going to have any value whatsoever. Somehow Fnatic get it done. Eyeballers up through connector. A lack of firepower could be a problem. Afro takes his shot and misses it, but can fall back. Same can be said for Crims. Leaves the grenade as a parting gift, and it shreds 3 players. But Crims now has to stand and deliver he shall, as he has so many times throughout the ages.
Body's going to walk in and give him a freebie.
I was thinking the exact same thing myself, Jackie, there. That Afro is just, he doesn't seem comfortable, does he? He doesn't feel like he's quite there yet. Down he goes. So does peppzor. JW with a double. P250 headshots come in. Quick and fast. Returning the favor maybe on Fnatic. Eyeballers in a round where really low in terms of investment, in terms of weaponry. That HE is gold. It's money. kyuubii takes a stray nade down to 43. Returns fire with one of his own. They're going to trade the AWP in on JW again, put him back into as strong a position as possible to fend off this 2v2 retake that Fnatic are trying to move in with. And when JW's in bathroom with this AWP, it's going to be very difficult to get back on the site. However, they have smokes, they have utility, going to be sticking on this right now. JW, right idea, but just misses his shot. And with his teammate going down, that's going to be the D. Nades come the end of the rounds here. So I'm loving this. Slowly pushing up. Molotov onto the barrels. Flash there and double push. peppzor misses his chance. Heap is still looking, hoping, anticipating. But the CTs are still standing. They're still landing headshots. It looked, for all intents and purposes, that Eyeballers had this round in the palm of their hand, but it's been slapped away by Fnatic.
The go-go gadget pimp slap comes out. Eyeballers take the backhand. And now they're on the back foot in the round. JW, at least, catching whiff of a bouncing body. Man's on the trampoline, but he's been knocked clean off. White socks slipping down as JW looks to see if he can clown on them some more. 40 seconds on the timer here. sapec backing him up as well. They've got util. You've got a flash on sapec if he wants to try and flash him in to go for a bit of a pop play. You've seen the player down towards water. Problem is, this is a hot zone. You've got quick trade potential from the CTs with how they're set up. Molotov's nice though. Forces him off the angle. Repeat was there. If JW hits the shot, it could have been a different story. Now it's slipping away again. Hopes and dreams fading. You've got the flank in the back from Crims as well. And sapec's days are numbered, Vince.
Yeah, he just has to hope at this point that he can get a kill or two, which he has, and then die before time, because the chances of clutching this are so small. But he has put so much damage down.
On the angle, gives up controller connector. Now, Crims thinks he's got a good grasp on this situation. He had the read on the push down, and it turns out that he does indeed. Nearly follows up with the second frag, but Shine will be able to battle back. Thing is, it's still not the best position to be in. Tons of time on the clock, sure, but you're down to 3 players, limited utility, and it really relies on peppzor to survive on his entry towards B. Waddles his way in through Monster Pipe. Matties was ready for it on the close swing. Attention drawn towards the barrels. He goes down. Now JW and Shine left with it all to do. Outnumbered 2-1 here.
We've seen a couple of picks from JW so far with jump peeking, so tread very lightly if you're Fnatic. But it feels a bit like deja vu here, Jackie. You know, we've first some aggression from Eyeballers. It slows down this time because of a couple of kills, of course, on the side of Fnatic. But then 30 seconds on the clock, and they're desperately trying to scramble over to the B site. We've been here before quite a few times. It hasn't really worked out for them as of yet. Molly down again is going to force away Matties, but that's really only half the problem. Because it's double player stack here. It's very one-dimensional from Eyeballers, and I think it has to be a save. You know, you sat on a low Shine, you've got an AWP, you've got an AK, may as well bring that into the next round. Oh, I say that, JW nearly gets peppered through the wall, down to an early grave, surviving on 14.
Oh, mate. At just the right time.
You know, honestly, Jackie, that feels like a bit of frustration mixed in with desperation to me. It is vintage JW. He's a very aggressive AWPer. He plays a lot of spawns. But when nothing is working in these last 3 or 4 rounds, when your T side is just showing it's fruitless, sometimes you have to force a play and be the X factor. Unfortunately, get snuffed out very quickly indeed. But it just feels to me that maybe some frustration is creeping into Eyeballers here, because nothing's been working out for them in the last 10 or so minutes. A low Shine gets shut down, and that puts it onto sapec, whose options are pretty dire, pretty bleak in...
From Fnatic, sending 3 players over here, it's proved far too hard to get through.
Yeah, it could be more of the same here, because that HG was perfectly timed, perfectly placed, and all the bullets landing on Eyeballers. Heap, last man with a Galil. And man, Eyeballers, I mean, they came into this half looking so sharp as Heap is putting down some bodies of his own. Fair play, he's not going to go down without a fight. But only 11 HP at his disposal.
That's where they're barraging their way towards the dink down onto Shine. It results in the CTs falling a bit further back, trying to play on those angles. Quick shots come in, though, as one by one they rip the heads off. Afro's going to lose his face as Pet go round through playground, so we don't get hit by any early Molotovs. Oh, we've eaten a grenade. And at this point, JW might be eating them for breakfast as well, Vince. Fine body. Rest of the squad's got to go running in, and they're just being blown over. A strong wind has hit them from the...
Especially if they've lost the first player. Spray back is good from kyuubii. The German has even the odds. And with 1 minute and 10 left on the clock, plenty of options available on the side of Fnatic.
You can bide your time. So many choices to be made. And the longer they take to do it, the more eyeballers second guess themselves, the more there's a chance that they throw out.
He's just been mollied off as well. He's getting bullied, pushed around. Square in the chest. He will fall back and look for that boost. The timing is good. Hit and run from peppzor. kyuubii on the wrong end of the trade this time. But it has at least bought up enough time and enough space for the post plant. And with smokes in the eyes and enough to choke on, if your eyeballers, they're going to be stalled and stagnated for quite some time here. Crims decides to get aggressive, take the initiative, push into that little border that's been erected by the smokes, even trade back and forth now as Crims, the off angle, gets the double spray.
Oh, it can make your life so much harder on the CT side. Maybe heapp, though, can brute force it. You might not need brains if you got brawn. And he bodies the first with the backup as they swing together. Bombs now firmly in your control. Sure, Matties is out on the A site, but he's burning and not in the right way. Isn't turning the heat up, tries to turn and at least hit the first. Shot
here and there. JW punched up, is never ever missing that shot. Crims will be his victim. AK goes down, smooth as butter once again. If your eyeballers, heapp had a very rough start to this game, but he is awakening from that slumber as a flash wrecks heapp, fully blinded. The Glock comes out and somehow reigns supreme in that encounter. AK now traded back up again, but surely there's no hope for this round, Jackie. I mean, this should be a foregone conclusion.
Especially in situations like that. The bait across. JW's slow reaction does at least still result in the frag, but there's a trade from Afro. Hasn't been as hot as you'd want with the AWP. Maybe on an AK, can he get much done? Off angle's not going to work well for him. Comes around the corner, peppzor's waiting.
Held the tail, but for not much longer as Shine has the drop on him. That's also the bomb that goes with him. And that's a very rough position to lose the bomb. The CTs now can swell and swarm through on the short side.
He should get a full save off. You can carry those weapons through into the next. No money, but you will still have what you've invested into at least.
Yeah, exactly. They do at least
one of your pawns. You've lost the potential for the trade by sending in Matties now, and you're down to 4 players. There's the quick peek from JW. He comes unstuck as Afro strikes. heapp's got to hit a worldie of a spray down, Vince.
Peps is there with him as well, though, but the flash is so good. Now peppzor is called upon and he will fall. Crims dealing the fatal damage. Out through the smoke comes sapec, but that's into the deagle. And with 10 seconds to go, that's the reason he pushed that smoke in the first place, to try and deny the bomb plant. Shine may have the element of surprise, but Afro still... because it's so mobile as a weapon. As you say, the accuracy's on point. The fire rate is insane as well. Very, very powerful weapon right now. When he's seeing it range, it's doing damage. It takes down kyuubii through the smoke on sapec. Our eyeball is about to return the favor here. Crims goes a bit too aggressive. He was desperately looking for that entry, punished by heapp's deagle. And now Afro with the AWP is going to try and rinse and repeat. Misses the shot. sapec jumps over it, sprays him down. And Fnatic once again are capitulating.
He's nutmegged him with the AWP, Vince, and the hopes and dreams have been dashed because of it. Matties as well. Oh, his nerves have got to be at an all-time high. Heart beating right now, down to 80 HP. Puts the bullet to the brain, at least on heapp, but time is kicking in. That's the extra man on the server. He's panicking to find the bomb. He's at least recovered it. He's got to go for the plant, and on the cross, it's the wall bang shot. And 25 seconds on the clock here. T's grouped up outside of Monster and Short. They're going in for the quick push. They clear the angle at least on first. kyuubii strikes with 2. There's a bit of a response back as peppzor's able to pepper the bullets into him, but the numbers are dropping, falling like flies as JW swings into the situation. Nade over the top, not enough damage on that. 8 HP, wiped off of Afro. Body's ready for the read on the rear as well. He knows heapp's coming, Vince.
JW behind the smoke. Molly now down. Smoke has dwindled, but already a third of that time is ticked away. heapp needs some success, and he needs it so quickly in order to build JW's confidence in this retake. There's no reason for him to hang the AWP out there. He was watching the back. He was waiting, and Crims from peppzor. But they need a lot more where that came from. Yeah, JW, we were talking about how powerful and prolific he was in that first half. peppzor, though, he's not interested in what's in the past. He wants what's in the present and the future. And that deagle is ripping heads, putting bodies to the ground. giving his team a chance. A 3-on-3. Heapp, oh, he gets too overzealous. He snatched at his opportunity, and in doing so whiffs, and there's so much damage done to Fnatic. Shine has the element of surprise. They may not anticipate this push. The smoke's going to keep kyuubii alive for a couple more seconds, and bodyy with the insta headshots. Even though Fnatic take that round, Jack,
with the deagle and keep their attention. No one's watching the back right now. They've got nades pulled, Matty's turns, but they lose focus towards the MP9s that burn them. And again, it's another one of these wacky rounds that looks to try and command respect for the eyeballers.
that is the kind of play. Go back and watch peppzor with that MP9. That is why the gun is so powerful right now in CS2. The ability to run around a corner, fully automatic spray, and hit headshots consistently. Absolutely insane. And as you said, it's another one of these wacky kind of clown shoes rounds where Fnatic come into it thinking, right, let's put this one to rest. And yet here we are in a 1-on-4, the second kill of the round. Maybe wants to go in for more. That grenade banks off him, but he still flicks in. But sapec is not giving his position away. He's playing possum, playing patiently, passively, in through the first kill. Looking for a second, but bodyy picking up the secondary up. Is able to diminish him, dispatch him, and leaves it into Shine in a 1-on-3, in a post plant on top of it. And he's not had the greatest of games here. A chance to make amends, a chance to show what he's capable of, but Afro snuffs him out, and Fnatic take the game